like literally like consistent history, like hundreds of years of
right.
robbing and stealing and killing.
Exactly. Exactly. So how did they even get?
As a
How did they even get over
population,
it?
we didn't do that. Like,
Exactly. Yo, matter of fact, anything that the now this is a fact. If you do anything like these niggas that's in Hollywood and music industry and all that, the devil deals with death, man. All right. So now, if you're a rapper, you get into in Hollywood like a nigga like Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, they sold out, right? Now you start trying to wake your people up saying certain shit, and they like, oh, this nigga tripping. You know, we already told him about this shit. He not supposed to speak about that. What they gonna do? They gonna kill you. You know, they gonna put you to death. They might give you a warning. That why you think Kanye West? This nigga he did a show. I forgot where it was at, but he started snapping, telling he's like, I could die for this information. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. And the Lord hopped on that nigga right there. He put that spirit on him and started telling shit. And people thought that he was crazy. They was like, yo, man, they tried to put him in the crazy house. Now what that nigga did, he went to Donald Trump and asked for forgiveness, man. You know? So that's Donald Trump. Now he's the president, so that's how you know he's like the top of the government. And the government tells them niggas what to rap about, man.
It's a picture of him in a car holding plates to these white men while they eat off the plates. He's holding them like this.
Kanye? Yeah, see, so that you're a servant to them niggas, man. You're a servant to them crackers, man.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
And then this nigga called himself Jesus.
He holding.
He's
like not taking it out of his hand.
Yeah.
They eating like he's supposed to hold it.
Yeah, because guess what? He's a slave to him. He's a nigga, man. Right. You know, like that song Jay-Z got out now, the OJ story. You know what I mean? He ain't lying. They gonna kill. They fuck around trying to kill him for that, man. But they gonna say something to him. Like I was watching a video of because they was going over like a what's that? Like they was going over it was they was just going over his video, and the crackers was on there like, oh my god, that's kind of offensive. The whole it's like that makes black people look in a bad light. Why? Because we was slaves and shit, you know. And everything he put in that video, he was saying too. Like you got this thing called light skin versus dark skin, and all that shit. That's retarded, man. You all niggas, man. At the end of the day, them crackers go home, and them higher up officials right here, fucking nigga, like this guy right here, man. This cracker go, everybody call him a nigga. That's his slave right there. You know what I mean?
They can make own daughters.
Yeah, exactly. And yo, and they like if you I could die out here for teaching this truth, man. But we not supposed to care. It says fear the man that can kill the body and soul. I mean, yeah, body and soul. He said don't fear the man that just can kill the body. Because after that, we can reach you. Nothing. You can't go in the spirit world. Why? Because if you're in the spirit world, you chilling. You in your house by Shimmy outside, man. No, you an Israelite.
You don't even want to touch you now.
Exactly. Yeah, he could kill your soul, your spirit. He could cut it right off, and you'll never exist again, man.
It's so crazy. When he gave me the first video that made me really understand who I am. I was on a bus, we was leaving Barnes and Noble. I kept trying to press play. YouTube would not let me play this video.
See that? And yo, and
kept cutting them off.
Now they got because they were probably telling the truth. Well, I know they were telling the truth, but you got right now. What's the day? 4th, something like that. Yeah, the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Is some test that they was doing. So the whole internet was putting down all these people. There's a couple brothers that sent me the article. I'm looking at it like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, they're not. They gonna warn you, but they ain't gonna give that much like warning. Because if they blacked out everything like the cameras and all that, the YouTube niggas will go crazy. Especially like, and they getting these people geared for that shit, man. Because everybody right now, they can't stay off of social media. They gotta be on it. They love it, you know. So like, imagine that shit collapse. They pull the internet because right now they trying to take YouTube down, you know. And then that's talking about the family of the world.
The thing is about that AFP situation. I think the reason why the video went viral was because it didn't show everybody. Like that wasn't like on mainstream. Like Shorty seemed to do that out of like on some real out of the kindness of her heart. She didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like in my
and
opinion.
she could have been set up to do that shit to keep people blinded, man.
Yeah, because one thing I know. I'm sorry. One thing I know about the news and stuff is that I don't really watch news because they set everything up.
Yeah.
When we were talking about the 9/11 and stuff, and I was telling you that it seemed like a setup. Every time I watch the news now, I always feel like they prepped for that.
I'm scared because the EMP, if anything, that's more of a way for them to strike more terror and come and like kill a whole bunch of us, like the purges.
Oh, yo, that movie, The Purge, that had a that right there was like a real movie. As a matter of fact, that movie, The Purge, that reminds me of you could say like the Christmas season. Right now back then, Rome, they used to sell the Romans, the Romans and the Greeks did it. They used to shut down their court system from December 20th to 25th. And they would pick, like we all got enemies. So they would pick a nation who was like the worst enemy or whatever, and they would take them there, have sex with the men, kill them. Like they did all type of crazy, and that's like the purge. So like it was anything goes. You couldn't be punished for it. Why? Because they shut the court down. And on December 25th, they opened the courts back up. So if you look at that movie, The Purge, and what they do, when the sun goes down, you're allowed to do anything, you won't get punished for it. Then when the sun come up, you got stuff.
People don't, when people think about the movie The Purge, people don't think about it that they concentrate on killing.
That's right, yeah. Exactly.
They don't think about none of the other laws you can break.
That's
like rape, like everything else, like still, like you can still under the purge. The purge is real. I can probably do a country if I was able to pull it off one night.
This system is so bad.
And it'll be mine the next day.
That's right.
Because it'll be illegal to take it back when it come up. When the sun come up. You know what I'm saying?
Continuing on in Second Ezra chapter 2, this is verse 7. It says, "Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant." Man, that's why it's like, and you an example of that is when we was you watched the movie Roots, and the movie Roots.
Yeah.
When they was like, "Oh, your name is Toby," and he was like, "Oh, Kunta Kinte," they whooped his ass. And like I just read that book, I think it said that the name of Israel was taken off the map. So we don't even know the Israelites. So look, and that's right now, man. It says we are scattered. It says, "Let them be scattered among the heathen," which is all these damn crackers up. Look, if you look at America, man, it's a melting pot. You got every nation here, man.
Right.
So we scattered among the heathen, even on all four corners of the earth, though. It says, "Let their name be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant." It says, woe be unto them, woe be unto thee, assure thou that hidden, so like thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee, O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. So damn, people don't even consider that. Right in America, they don't consider that. He said, remember what I did to Sodom and Gomorrah. So Sodom and Gomorrah was what? It was destroyed for the same things that are going on right here in America, man. But these people don't think that America's going to be destroyed, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just retarded.
He took the hell out of Sodom.
Exactly. Man, that place got done so bad, you can't even find it on the map.
Man, like,
you know?
that's a story today.
Exactly.
That's
and guess what? That's what we're going to be talking about in the kingdom. When we in our kingdom of heaven right here on earth, we're going to be like, yo, remember America, man? Damn, where was that at? It's that big ass desert over there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
No man's
exactly. And the scripture tells you that. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing on this. So you're gonna have this is gonna be like a
they let you know that after that's our kingdom not gonna be here.
Exactly. It's gonna be on earth, but we're going back.
No, I'm saying like here in America.
Yeah, we're going back to Jerusalem.
We're gonna do that.
We're going right back to Jerusalem.
America, we're gonna be somewhere else.
Matter of fact, I've been listening to the Michael Jackson song, "Will You Be There?" And yo, I'm telling you, man, when that dude was singing that song, he had to be talking to Yahweh, man. Cause I'm looking at the words, man. He's like, lift me up. He said, lift me slowly, carry me boldly. You know, carry me there. What is he talking about? He's talking about Jerusalem. It's our kingdom. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you listen to the words of that song, yo, they'll be like, yo, this nigga will you be there?
Will you be there?
Yeah. He said, cause I remember the beginning, he's like, damn something, man. Fuck. He said, we got to cover him. The Lord bless us with that. But it said, you know, but it said, he said, in the beginning, he said, hold me like the river Jordan. He said, hold me like the river Jordan. So he said, damn, man, it was crazy. He said, love me like a mother. He said, no, hold me like the river Jordan. So he said, then I would say that you were my friend. He's like, carry me like you was a brother. Love me like a mother. He said, will you be there? So, you know, like the moms love their sons, man. You know, like a brother, your brother gonna be having your back, gonna carry like, yo, this is my bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, you gotta be talking to Yahweh in that song, man. And Michael Jackson, man, he was a Gadite, but he like a lot of his songs. That's why they killed that nigga, man. He started coming out like saying shit, like that song. They don't really care about us and all that, man. He's going in on the people, man. And that's the same people that told him he couldn't talk about it. So that's why they killed his ass, man. But yeah, so like the same thing that happened inside the wars Sodom and Gomorrah got, and guess what? Back then they didn't have thermonuclear missiles and all that. So guess who did that? The angels. They came on their territory and was shooting lasers at that place, man.
They said 2 angels walked in there and
Exactly.
talking a lot.
Yup. And guess what? They were talking a lot. And this how wicked them niggas was. You know they were men.
They were surrounding the house.
Exactly.
That the angels was in.
And why they do that?
Because they didn't have no like.
No, they was trying to have sex with the angels. Because they were men. Yeah. They was trying to have sex. That's why Allah was like, here, take my daughters. You know what I'm saying? He said, you can take my daughters. He said, matter of fact, I gotta get that. Yeah, he was like, he said, take my daughters. That's how wicked they were. Because the angels were men. So that's the lot, now how like why would the Lot offer his daughters, man?
Yeah,
he protected the angels, man.
Yo, he did.
Because he knew what the angels were gonna do.
And they was coming there, and that's how wicked they were.
He definitely did.
Yeah, exactly.
That didn't hit me until you just said that. He definitely did say take
I forgot what said. Yeah,
I was wondering why he was telling the people.
Yeah, that's how wicked they were.
Because the way it was worded.
I'm gonna try to find it for you.
That's
Genesis. Yup. Genesis.
Abraham
remember what chapter it is?
Yeah, it's I was just reading.
Right now. If you can find book, grab that real quick.
Lot.
And let me know. Yeah, we gonna read that. You know.
Like whenever you don't look back, his wife looked back.
Exactly. And guess what? That was representing Lot at that time, represented the elect.
Yeah.
At that time, that's why the Lord saved him and his family. And his family, like, so that's like it says 144,000 and those multitudes of those men's families, man. You know? That's what those multitudes are. I'm gonna keep looking for that. I'm gonna finish this. Verse 9 says, whose land lieth in the clouds of pits and heaps of ashes, even so also I'll do unto them that hear me not. Damn. Saith the Almighty Yahweh sing outside. And so if you don't hear the words of the Lord, he's going to destroy you. It says, thus saith Yahweh sing outside to Ezra, tell my people that I will give them a kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. So see, that's what we're going back to. It says, their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ornament of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. It says, go ye shall receive, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you, man. That's crazy. Right. For you, it says what? All right, but matter of fact, the verse you found it, John? Which one? Where is it?
It said 19, Genesis 19.
You want to end on that?
I want to see if it's gonna be 19 there, because I don't remember. I told you I was watching the videos and I tried to turn to the page. This is the book I was telling you about. Turn to the page and when they yell the scripture out, I was trying to look for it in the book. But it went.
So check this out. You know that Lot was Abraham's cousin.
Yes, it was his cousin.
It was his cousin.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So he was trying to, and Yahweh Shah, he came to Abraham, right? Yeah. And was talking to him. And he was telling him.
Yep.
He was telling him. Yeah, he was telling him. He was telling him that he was gonna go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abraham was like, "Oh man, can you say one?" He was trying to be slick. He trying to be like Jake is slick.
One more time.
But yeah, so why?
He went all the way to 20 though.
Exactly. Yup. And so while he was doing that, he was trying to stall Yahweh Shah from going to go do that, right? Yeah. But Yahweh Shah told the other angels, he's like, "Oh, go ahead, man." And they was gone, and he didn't even know it, man.
They was already down there. But they went to that's the crazy part because they went directly to the house.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
They went,
That one thing
Because
made
he
me feel
granted him, he
good.
let him spare him. Because he knew Lot was over there.
It made me feel good because that means he hears us, he listens to us, and
That's right. Because
he
he
understands us.
feeds his children.
he did everything because he heard Sarah, her heart. When she laughed, yeah, you know.
No, Dan, that's me. I'm gonna read that. Because it's right here. Yo, that's the spirit.
It's deep. That part.
No,
that
that's the
part
spirit.
called,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's the
he heard
spirit.
her.
All right, this is the book of this is the book of Genesis chapter 18, starting at verse 12. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm because what you just said is in 12.
For 19.
I'm gonna go to verse 10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 9. It says, and they said unto him, where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind them. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and were stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. So Sarah didn't really believe that she was going to have this kid. That's why she told Abraham to go ahead and sleep with the handmaid.
Right.
But the Lord ain't ordained for that.
Right.
That's why Ishmael he wasn't
She wasn't chosen.
yeah, exactly. But so Ishmael, their name is Yasha Ma'ala. Yasha Ma'ala means he heard of power. But he's heard of Yahweh, but he don't follow Yahweh. You know? Because the Lord heard Abraham, because he asked for a blessing. Verse 12 says, therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, I am waxed old. Shall I have pleasure, my Lord, being old also? Verse 13 says, and the Lord said, Yahweh Shah said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of surety bear a child which am old? It says, is anything too hard for the Yahweh Shah? At the time appointed I will return unto thee, according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid, and he said, nay, but thou didst laugh. You know? It says and the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And Yahweh said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed with him. For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Yahweh to do justice and judgment, that Yahweh may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom, for Abraham stood yet before the Lord. It says, and Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou destroy the righteous with the wicked? So that was Abraham right there. That was Yahweh Shah he was talking to.
Yeah.
So he was asking him, that you going to destroy the righteous with the wicked? The same thing right now in America, man. That's why we come out here in the holidays and violence. Why? Because we want this place to go down, man. Right. You know? But I'm gonna hop at 19, man. All right, this is the verse 19, man. It says, and there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So when he saw the angels, like, that shit scary. Because when you see, like, yo, I'm telling you, you see an angel right now, you're gonna feel filthy, man. You're gonna be like, yo, like, you're gonna bow down in fear. But every time the angels came, man, they was always like, yo, don't worship me like you my brother. You know what I'm saying? And the angels also, they always introduced themselves. They said their names, man. If you got a nigga talking about something, I got you. I forgot your Bible this week, man. I got it.
It's cool. It's cool.
I got you,
I
man.
ain't been around, so
Cause I usually keep your book in my book bag. So I had just took it out. It says, and he said, behold, now my Lord's turned in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. So like they was ready to stay on the streets with him. They was ready to get busy, man. Yeah. Like, you know, they like, yo, we gonna stay on the streets. And they was just waiting for the order, man. From Yahweh Bashim outside. You know?
It was Lot there with the
Exactly, but they went to Lot down. Now Lot at that time represented the elect of Israel at that time. That's why he was saved.
So is it so all right, who like so Lot is Israel.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's why the angels went to him.
So when you say elect,
that's like the people that's going to be running they're going to be the government, so to speak, of the kingdom.
So would it be like descendants of Lot? A descendant of Lot would be.
Well, you say that, but it's whoever the Lord too. The 144,000 was started. They were ordained in the spirit world from the beginning. When the Lord created all the spirits, He created Yahweh Shah first. Then He made the elect, the 144,000. Then the rest of the people. Now, but you also have like that the 144,000. They had hand in creating the earth. You know what I mean? Because the Lord gave the orders to Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah, he had the blueprint. Like he's like, well, this is how I want it done. He gave it to Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh Shah passed it on down. So it's all ordered.
So that's why reincarnation. That's why.
Well, you come back and what you are. So it says the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So if you was a prophet in your past life, you're gonna be a prophet in this life.
So the elect is going to be.
Yeah, the elect is all the elect. All of it is that. But like all Israel gonna be saved, but you got 2/3 of our people that's gonna die right here in America. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it says, but see, Lot represented them people that the elect at that time. But just look at America as Sodom. This is Sodom and Egypt. You know? So you got America now it should say, you got the 144 is gonna be delivered. So Lot and their families. So Lot represented those people right there at that particular time. Right. All right, it says, so now they went. It says, but therefore they laid down. Hold up. All right, yeah. It says, but before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. So knowing them, they want to have sex with them. You know, that's why it says so that we may know them. And Sodom and Gomorrah was a wicked ass thing. It was full of faggots, man. That's crazy. Faggots, lesbians, same thing happened here was happening there.
Break it like that. Yeah. It's worded differently in our book.
Yeah, exactly. You don't got a King James, you got something else. That's why I got you.
I knew that at the beginning, that's why I was saying it. I was like, I like this part.
Yeah. So it says so that they may know him, man. So if you be like, I'm about to know my girl, whatever. That's how they talk, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it says,
that's how I brought up about that bail one.
Go ahead, I'm gonna show them.
Yeah, it said. All right, verse 6 says, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. So he went right out there, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in their eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore I came they under the shadow of my roof, man. So he said, yo, he said, you can take my daughters and do whatever you want with them, man. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, but just don't touch these angels. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's how
He was so scared of what might happen to him.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a man. That's a man worthy of honor, man. You know, like you neglected your own children for the Lord, man.
But I see that he did that again with who was that? I don't want to lie.
Come on, Abraham.
Was that Abraham?
When he told him to go sacrifice his son.
Yeah, he was about to.
He was about to.
Yeah, that was a test.
His son was like, where's the lamb or the sacrifice?
Yeah.
He was like, God's gonna make sure there's a sacrifice.
Yo, you know what had to be going through that dude's mind? Like, you know what had to be going through. And that's the son. Yeah, that's the son that the Lord promised you, man.
Yeah.
And he tell you I'm going to take him from him.
He told me he was going to have a nation for him and everything. And then he told me that, you know what I mean?
So that's the test, man.
And he told all the servants to sit back, too.
Exactly.
I was reading that part like, no.
That was a way. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Like, he really going to do it, but that was just to see how far he would go for the Lord.
So I was like, please let me be a chick. I don't want to be a chick like that. Like, that's crazy.
Verse 5 says, and they said, stand back. It says, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came, Salak, it says, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the doors. So they was trying to break his house to get the angels, man. It says, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door, so the angels grabbed him and brought him in, man.
Right.
It says, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they worried themselves to find the door. That's crazy. So he blinded them, man.
I didn't even get that part.
Yeah, so he blinded them.
I remember, and they still was trying to get the door, still trying to
Yeah, exactly.
They calling on each other.
Yeah, so they couldn't see the door and all that.
I mean,
That's how powerful the Lord is, man. Like, they was really trying to come at Lot. So the Lord was like, you know, I got something for them, man. The angel's like, I'm gonna blind this nigga. It says, and the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy son and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua has sent us to destroy it, man. That's the angels telling them, like, yo, we about to destroy this thing. The same way we coming out here telling the people now, man. So, like, back then you had a physical ark, right? So now you got a spiritual ark. And that's what we out here gathering that now. But the men of the Lord is trying to bring them to the marriage so that they wake up, you know?
Burnt offering and feeble offering, was that done away with or no?
No, well, yeah. Actually, all those sacrifices and offerings and all that, that's done. You don't have to do that now because Yahweh Shah was the ultimate sacrifice. That's why he's Lord is the sacrificial lamb, you know? And the significance of him being born in a manger was because you know a manger is where they feed the animals. So you eat off of Yahweh Shah, man. You know, you feed off of him. How you eat off him by the knowledge that he's giving us, man. You know, so that was the significance of him being born in a manger. You know, but yeah, man. So like, yo, man, this shit, like in the same way back then, you come out there and tell these people, you know, yo, it's about to go down. They didn't think that shit was gonna happen in Sodom and Gomorrah. Exactly. They was trying to rape the angels, have sex with the angels. And the Lord blocked. So the Lord told him to take his people and, you know, take his daughters and get out of that place. It says, and yo, Lot wanted to go save his people. No, his I think it was brother-in-law, something like that, his son-in-law. But they wasn't trying to hear that. All right, so what? It says that's the same thing we do now. Like we want to change to everybody. You're like, yo, I gotta give it to everybody. I want everybody to know.
They was like, hurry up, like it was so good.
Exactly. They didn't believe that shit. And then guess what? They saw destruction for this. It says, and Lot went out and spake unto his son-in-law. See, here it go. His son-in-law which married his daughters and said, up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh Bashim Shah will destroy the city. But he seemed as one that mocked him to his son-in-law. So he thought he was playing with him, like joking. It says, and when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot. Hastily, Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Damn. He told him to leave, man. Like he woke up, he's like, yo, it's time to move. It says, and while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful. Come on, man. Shit is crazy. I was about to say, he stopped me, get right down, snap. It says, Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. So they took him and got him out of there. You know? It says, and it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad that he said, escape for thy life. Look behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, O not so